hasn't had any other trades. Look, Max has got no other trades. Look, from 2 o'clock onwards, the NYMEX open. Look, there's not a single Max trade until we get into this price here, and then Max starts adding in liquidity for that sell trade. Do you see it? First time Max started to add in some sell liquidity. First time Max added sell liquidity, we got a trigger off the 50s. We got the sell trade on, as you can see from this chart here, and you can see that we sold off that high price against the Max lean, and you see the price just collapsed behind Max's selling. First trade of the US session, and a very, very nice profit, guys. Now, it doesn't look like it's a big profit, but it went 47s to 17s, 30 ticks, 30, 30, 30 ticks. And that's obviously worth $300 per contract on that bit of short business. And bada bum, bada bing. Big bada boom, guys. Beautiful. It depends. It depends, Jack. Sometimes it's right on the price. Sometimes it's 20 ticks away. So there isn't a standard answer on that trade. But on this one, you can see the max liquidity was where the line was, which was the swing high. So when the line is at the swing high price, Max is right on the numbers. Max is right on the numbers, right? So there's sometimes it's away from the swing high or swing low, and sometimes it's right on the swing high or the swing low. Most of the time it's on the swing high. So for example, if the swing high is 50, Max will be adding liquidity at 51. If it's at 51, Max will be adding liquidity at 52. Sometimes it's away from the swing high, but that's more usual in the equity markets than the oil. Usually the oil markets, it's more of an aggressive, let's get into it and let's rattle this as a sell trade opportunity. Remember, the max trigger is generated inside the red zone. You know, that's when we want to try and get the max trigger. The longer it goes beyond that, the less value the trigger gets. So we're trying to get into the red zone or outside the red zone by 2 or 3 candles maximum, as much as possible. Because obviously after that, the value can change. The value can start adapting and adjusting. And that's something we obviously have to pay attention to as well. So that was perhaps a good example of the perfect storyline on Max. We've had upside buy pressure. Somebody was asking the question earlier. Kuba was asking the question earlier about R squared and you know, the development obviously of the Max program. And the answer, of course, was yes, it is absolutely to do with statistical arbitrage. It is the foundation, which is what we teach. I mentioned that when I started the whole program of the Max process, was that it was always going to be based upon what we teach in the room. So you'll all understand why a trade takes, not just the fact that it does, but you'll understand the reasoning why behind those. And in the light of that, obviously, it's not just about R squared. It's not just about a composite of developing stories on R squared. It's a development of what? It's a development of order flow and volume as well. It's not just one thing, it's many elements, which is obviously tying those elements together, because the challenge we had, if you remember back at the start, was the fact that we don't get order flow on TradingView. Does everybody remember that conversation? We don't get order flow on TradingView, and because we don't get order flow on TradingView, we're obviously a little bit light in terms of data, and we've been trying to find ways of getting order flow into the TradingView process and try and find the opportunity. So yeah, that's the challenge. Of course, that's been the challenge on the whole Max program, is adding the order flow in from NinjaTrader or adding the order flow in from Sierra charts to try and just give us that extra element, which is the trigger. So we're obviously working on that triggering process so that when the order flow hits, we're getting the perfect trigger at the perfect price. And that's what we're getting to a conclusion about on the Max trade. And you can see that Max sell doing pretty good business now, guys. 78.50s, trading 78.15s, 35 ticks, and a very nice profit to go there, guys. Beautiful. Well done, laddies. I like it.